Hi YouTube, I am back with another video. This time I'm going to be discussing the Louis Vuitton Delightful MM bag. I have in all three patterns. I have the monogram, I have the Damier Ebene, and the Damier Azur. So I'm going to go through each bag. All these bags were purchased pre-loved. One was purchased on Poshmark. The other two were purchased on eBay. All of these are authentic bags. These are not counterfeit bags. So I just want to go through each one and just give a little background. So this particular bag is no longer in production. I don't know why, because I love a good hobo slouchy type of bag. And I think these type of bags are good for everyday use. And they're also really good for when you're traveling too, because a lot can fit in these bags. So as I said before, these are the MM size. As with a lot of other Louis Vuitton bags, some come in 3 different sizes. This one actually does. So it comes in the PM, which is like the petite, and then the MM, which is like a medium, and then the GM, which is like the large, like grand model. So I'm assuming the G stands for grand or grande or whatever. So I like the MM model because the petite is kind of too small for me for like everyday usage. I had this bag in the GM and I sold it because it was just too big. And I think it would be good for like travel, because you could fit a lot of stuff in the GM, but I did not like it as an everyday bag. So I ended up selling that one on Poshmark. But I'll go through these very briefly. So this is the Damier Ebene, which is the classic brown like checkerboard print. I just purchased this bag and I got it yesterday. So I took it out the box today. It is in excellent condition. This bag was authenticated through eBay. You still see the tags there. So it's an authentic bag. It came with, it didn't come with like any dust bag or box or anything. Which I'm okay with that. These are my keychains that I already had that I just put up there, and it did come with this key fob that you can like. I use it for decoration, but I think the intent of it is that you can put your keys on it and then like put it in here, so you don't have to look for your keys. But I use it as like a it's kind of like a keychain, something a little key charm that you put on the bag to jazz it up. This one came with the red interior. I believe this bag was made in 2015. I have to go back and check. So this bag is like 11 years old and it's in very, very, very good condition. There's a lot that you can fit in the MM. I have like my makeup bag, my wallet, and like my keychain. My car keys, and like my sunglasses, lotion, stuff like that. And the new model, this is how Louis Vuitton is on the strap. I like there's a nice, sturdy, wide strap and not like skinny straps like you see on the Neverfull bag. And the brass and everything on this bag is like, it's tight. It looks new. I mean, this bag is not like heavily worn at all. So this was a good deal. I got this bag. I made a offer on this bag. So I've offered $5.85 for it, which is a steal. Cause I was bummed because I saw one on the RealReal and I think it sold for like $6.38 or something like that. And I was like, dang it, I should have got it. But then I found this one and it was listed for more, but she took my offer at $5.85. So after tax, I paid just like a little bit over $600. This bag originally retailed for $13.90. So I think pretty much getting almost immaculate brand new bag for half the price, I think I made out really good. And they don't make this bag anymore. So, when you see it online and if you want it, you got to kind of scoop it up because you can't get it in stores. So the next one is the same bag. It's a Delightful MM, but this is in the Damier Azur, which is the cream color. I think this is really cute for spring. And I bought this bag last year. I just have not worn it yet. And again, it came with the key fob, that has Louis Vuitton on it. These are my keychains that I added. And the inside of this bag is like this coral color, which is really cute. I think it goes well with the cream. And this was also authenticated through eBay. I spent, I think before tax, $600 for this bag, which is a really good price. So basically, I got 2 bags for the price of one. Like I said, one is like almost $1,400. So, this one came with the box, and it also came with the receipt, and it also came with the dust bag. So this is the receipt from the original owner. This bag was purchased on May 3rd, 2015. And she paid $13.90 for it. Delightful Azura. So the third one. And she also bought an Artsy. The Artsy was $19.60, so the Artsy was considerably more. It was almost $2,000. But, you know, I think 11 years ago, buying a brand new Louis for $13.90, I think if it was still $13.90 today for brand new, I think that would be an absolute steal. But of course, because of inflation, a lot of the bags are very expensive. And I feel like the quality has gone down in a lot of the bags, specifically by Louis Vuitton and Chanel. Their older bags from 10 plus years ago, in my opinion, are in a lot better quality than what they're putting out today. I will say this, I have the monogram right here. These are new models. And the difference between the new model and the old Delightful is that the old Delightful had this tab on the front, and the strap has Louis Vuitton written on it in a much bigger font. So that's, if you can see it. So it's a lot smaller on the new bag. So that's how you can tell if it's a new model Delightful or if it's an older, because it would have, the older ones have the tab on the front. So I will not purchase the new model in the monogram because there's a defect in that particular, in the new model monogram, where there's a lot of peeling. And it's not just the Delightful. I think it's certain, I want to say maybe like 2018-ish, something like that. They changed the coating of the canvas and it is peeling like crazy. I've seen a lot of them on the resale market that they're trying to sell them. Nobody wants to purchase them because not only is it peeling, it's peeling like the monogram off. So literally when it lifts, it's like just brown, like the whole monogram comes off. So the new model with these ones, for some reason, with the damier print, it's not peeling. But with the new model with the monogram, it is. So I will not purchase this bag in the monogram new model in the monogram. Now, this one, these two are MM. This one is an MM as well. But the older one, the MM, is bigger. So, which I'm okay with, you know. I wish this one was the exact same size because I like the MM. I feel like this a little bit smaller and not as wide. It is not as slouchy. But this one, I don't even know when this one was made. Let me see, because the date tag is in here somewhere. This one, see what the date stamp is. This one is 2012. So there's a date stamp. So it has SD 2102. So it was 2012 when this bag was made. So this is a pretty old bag, you know, and I bought this one off of Posh for $250. And it did not come with the fob, but I had this bag in the GM before, and I ended up selling the GM because the GM was just too big for everyday use. I think the GM is really good if you're traveling because it's humongous, but the GM was the new model. It was the one without the tag on the front, and it has started to peel, and the peeling wasn't that bad. So I was like, I'm just going to go ahead and sell it now. Because, I mean, and the person that purchased it, she gave me a review and she was like, I can't even tell that it's peeling, but I wanted to tell her, yeah, it's going to continue to peel if you keep wearing it. So I ended up getting rid of the new model and getting an older one just to ensure that it doesn't peel because they didn't put that canvas coating on this one. Now, this bag was really, really cheap. $250 is really cheap for a new Louis Vuitton. It's in really good condition. There's no pin marks or anything. I've been wearing this bag nonstop. I've been wearing this bag for like the last couple months. I do not put ink pens in my designer bags because I don't want them to burst. And I think it affects the resale value too when the inside is like has a lot of pin marks. The only defect with this bag, which is you're going to see that with any Louis Vuitton, if it's slouchy, I have the same issue with the Artsy, is that the canvas has creases in it. At this point, the canvas is cracking, you know. So I had to condition this bag, and I did use some leather filler on this. So it's not, I mean, I guess it's kind of open back up again, but to be honest with you, nobody can tell because it's a darker print. Like there's another little small crack right there. So, but it's on the back side. So on the front side, there are no cracks. So this bag, like I said, I think I'm going to hold on to it. Like I said, I've worn this bag a lot and it has gotten really good wear. It's patinaed. The patina is much darker on this side because, you know, you're holding it like this. So your hand oils and lotions or whatever makes the leather get darker. The only thing here is like this is kind of gotten worn. This side is not as bad. It's not bad at all. But this side, for whatever reason, it's like more looser for whatever reason. But as I said, you know, I really like these bags. I like the older Louis Vuitton bags much better than the newer ones. I think that the Delightful is a really good everyday bag, or, you know, bag to take when you're traveling as well, because you can fit a lot in them. And it's pretty deep. I like it much better than the Neverfull. And I would just say because of the inflation of the prices, I think pre-loved is the way to go. There's a lot of resellers out there that have authentic bags that are in immaculate condition. And I think that you will make much better, you know, as far as cost savings for doing that instead of purchasing a new Louis Vuitton. This bag is very similar to the Graceful. So the Graceful and Delightful are like sisters. And I believe that the Graceful is still available to purchase brand new from Louis Vuitton. But they have that same, I think the Graceful is a little bit more sturdy. It's not as slouchy as this bag, but it does have the rings like this. So it is very similar in style. So let me know your thoughts. I hope this was informative. I will be using the Damier. I wanted to use the Damier Azur because now it's springtime. Like actually, first day of spring was this week. But I really like the Damier Ebene, and I'm gonna wear that one for a few weeks, and then maybe once the summer hits, I'll switch to the cream one. So I hope you guys enjoyed. I hope this was a very informative video, and I hope this kind of leads you, if you're, you know, contemplating purchasing this bag on the pre-love market. I think it's a great bag to purchase. Just make sure you get it at a good price. Some of these online are still over $1,000, and I would never pay that much because I'm like, brand new was only $1,400. So I got both of these bags pretty much for the price of one. I paid around $600 each, so less than $1,300 after tax and everything, which one was $1,390 brand new. So anyway, thank you all for watching. Bye-bye.